Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rikakadash. Yahweh be in the name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai be in the name of His only begotten Son, who they ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Now, they saying that Iran is being attacked, and they're attacking these small hat peoples over there in the Holy Land. And you can see how this is going directly with Bible prophecy, especially Ezekiel 38. Ezekiel 38, it talks about Persia, and Persia was, the name was changed in 1935 here in America. 1935, they changed the name to Iran when they was always being called Persia or the Persians. So you have these people warn against each other, and mind you, the Holy Land is supposed to have this dome that's surrounding it, where it says pretty much, or they are saying that they can't be pierced, but this dome is not holding the Iranians off. So this is going to further the war and further the conflict, because they like one of my previous videos, I say the war is raging on, WW3. This is what's going on, okay? Because Iran is not far away from these people, and you got them being so close to Russia. They got Afghanistan and Iraq aligned with them, Saudi Arabia. See, these are the princes of Ishmael, and they all clicked up together, and they gonna have to battle with these small head peoples in the Holy Land, and these Americans that's backing them. And then you got Russia teaming up with them, and that's gonna even put them in a better situation. But when you go into, what is it? Let me get. So looking at Ezekiel 38, it says in verse 2, Son of man, set your face against Gog and the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against him, and say, Thus says the Lord God, behold, I am against you, O God, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal. Now, look at the wording of this. When you go to Ezekiel 35, what does it say? Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it. See, this is how the Lord operates. Similitudes. He used similitudes, and this is what happened in Revelation 12 and 13. He turned it from a dragon, the same entity, from a dragon to the beast. They're the same thing. 10 heads with 7 heads and 10 horns. He turned the same thing, which is Mount Seir, which is representing Adumia and Edom. He quoting the same verse, but he's using different names for them. But they both are representation of the Edomites. Now I got some information I have about the land of Japheth. Let's see. Here in Genesis 10, it say the sons of Japheth, Gomar and Magog, Madai, Javan, Tubal, and Meshach, and Tiris. So it is talking about the land of Japheth, where all of his sons was living. These is what the name of those lands up there. This is where Japheth and his sons was living. So this is why he's using the name. But when you go back to Ezekiel 38, it says he started off just like he started 35, and he talking about the Edomites, and he goes into verse 5. It says Persia, Ethiopia, Libya, and with all of them, with them and all of them with shield and helmet. To get to the point, verse 7 says, "Be thou prepared and prepare for yourself, you and all your company that are assembled unto you, and be guard unto them." So this is pretty much talking about Russia, because Russia is the kingdom that's in those lands that was given to Japheth, and that was named after Japheth. So Russia is in those lands, and who is Russia? The so-called white man. See, Edomites. Okay, this is what I was looking for. This Jasher 90. Now in verse 29, it tells you how they was having this war. The Japhites was having a war with the Edomites. Okay, where is it? Here we go. Yeah, 29. Well, we can get 28. It said it came to pass in those days that Abinas, king of Tittim, died in the 38th year of his reign. That is the 7th year of the reign over Edom. So they was reigning over Edom. It says, and they buried him in the place where he built for himself. And Latanus reigned in his stead 50 years. And during his reign, he brought forth an army, and he went to fight against the inhabitants of Ratana, Tania, Corana, Canaana, or whatever, the children of Elisha, son of Jabin. That's the key point, Jabin. Because when you go back to the sons of Japheth, Jabin is named. So this is the children of Japheth is fighting with the Edomites. Okay. So it says the children of it's in 29. The children of Elisha, son of Jabin, and he prevailed over them and made them tributaries. So now the Edomites took over the Japhites and made the Japhites tributary. Then look at what 30 said. It says, he then heard that Edom had revolted from under the hand of Chetam, and the Tennis went to them and smote them and subdued them and placed them under the hand of the children of Chittim, and Edom became one kingdom with the children of Chittim all the days. And for many years there was no king in Edom, and their government was with the children of Chittim and their king. So now they had joined with the Japhites. You see, and we know how Edom get down. They like to take over and exterminate people, and they took over the people's land, and this is who is populating all that land. All of the lands of Japheth. This is who's populating those lands, which is the Russians and these Edomites. So These Edomites in Ezekiel 38 is also in Jeremiah 51, because when you go to Jeremiah 49, verse 7, it say concerning Edom. So go to talking about Edom. And so the same thing it did there in Ezekiel 35 and Ezekiel 38, where it named one situation, but it switched the name. It did the same thing here in 25, 51 and 25. It say, "Behold, I am against thee." That's what it said to Magog. "O destroying mountain, thus says the Lord, which destroy all the earth, and I will stretch out my hand upon thee, and roll thee down from the rocks, and will make thee most desolate." So it said the same thing to Edom and to or Mount Seir and Magog. Okay, the same word phrasing. And then here, let's see, here in which one is it? Is it in 50? Okay, it might be 50, where it talks about Sodom and Gomorrah. Um, Let me double check. Okay. Yep. So it's in 50. 50 and 40. It says God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. So it's talking about Babylon. Saying the same thing. I am against thee. Okay. So you go to Edom, it's saying the same thing to Edom. Say as in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah, this is how he's gonna destroy Edom. So he just using the same uh the same phrases or the same context and situation, and he's switching up the name of who he talking about. But he started off with Edom, just like in Ezekiel 35. He started off with Mount Seir, and then he transitioned to uh, Prince of Meshach and the land of Magog. But he's talking about the Edomites because when you go into Second Ezra 6 and 9, it says, "For Esau is the end of the world." Okay, now, meaning this is the world of Esau. Then when you go into Job 9:24, it says, "The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Who else rule the world?" See, they the ones that can guard somebody, because they is in rulership. So they can guard the Arabs. Because see, if the Arabs can't fend for themselves, when the Persians, they can't fend for themselves, they need Russia to guard over them. See, they need some Edomites to guard over them, the so-called white man, to guard over them and protect them from the other Edomites. Because this is what Zephaniah is talking about. Zechariah, the first chapter. It says, "Then I lifted up my eyes and saw, and behold, four horns." See, this is the NATO and the EU and America, and the small hats and over there in the Holy Land. They pretty much represents the four horns. And it says in 19, "And I saw, and I said unto the angel that talked with me, What be these? And he answered me, These are the horns which have scattered Judah, Israel, and Jerusalem. And the Lord showed me four carpenters." Now the four carpenters is the other Edomites that's guarding over these other heathens like Iranians, the Persians, and all of their allies, China and all of these Arab countries. It says, verse 21, then said I, what come these to do? And he spake, saying, these are the horns that have scattered Judah, so that no man lifted up his head. But these, talking about the four carpenters, are come to fray them, to cast out the horns of the Gentiles, which lifted up their horn over the land of Judah to scatter it. Okay, so um, the Edomites over here in America lifted up their horn over there in Israel. That's why Biden say that's our interest to get them $6 billion. That's nothing. That's pennies in the bucket, because us us having some our foot on the ground over there in the Holy Land is very valuable. It's allowing us as a whole, as Edomites as a whole, to have power and maintain power. So just giving them that little $6 billion ain't nothing. So these four carpenters is the Edomites that's over there in the land of Magog and Tubal and in the land of Japheth. See, this is what's going on. You got Edom. Let's go to Matthew 12, starting at 25. It said, Yahweh knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city and house divided against itself shall not stand. Because you got the Edomites in Russia on the land of Japheth, and you got the Edomites over here in Babylon the Great and in the Holy Land. It says in verse 26, it says, if Satan cast out Satan, see, this is what Zechariah said, that the four carpenters was going to cast out the horns of the Gentile, meaning the horns of these Edomites over here in Babylon the Great America. It says, if Satan casts out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? See, this is how their kingdom gonna fall, because they gonna cast each other out. Because you got the Russian Edomites guarding the Arabs, and they gonna cast out these Americans who trying to go against them, and they gonna end up probably blowing up that Holy Land, because Baruch says this, Baruch 4 and 36, 35. It says, for fire shall come upon her from the everlasting, long to endure, and she shall be inhabited of devils for a great time, O Jerusalem. So Jerusalem gonna be inhabited by devils until fire come and clean out the land. So that place is supposed to be blown to smithereens, and Putin got a Satan 1 and a Satan 2 that's pretty much signifying that you got two different kind of Satans, and they gonna get, one of them gonna blow up the other one. And that's America and Russia. They've been going at it for the longest, because these are the two Edomites that's gonna fight against each other. This is what Revelation 6 and 4 is talking about. It says, they went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they shall kill one another. So this is what's going to happen. And there was given unto him a great sword. That's these nuclear weapons. Russia got the most nukes or nuclear warheads, and America is right almost tied with them in the nuclear warheads that they got. And they the two big powers, which when you combine them together, they all Edomites, and they is unstoppable as a nation. So they got the Lord set it up where they gonna kill each other. Now, let's see, it's another one. Or Obadiah 7. Obadiah 7, and say, all the men of your confederacy have brought you even to the border. And see, these Edomites is confederate or been confederate with each other. That's why they are part of the United Nations. Well, Russia has 100 and something votes, and then you have France and America, and France, the UK, and America. They got under 100, but they all a part of the United Nations. They confederate with each other. It said, the men that were at peace with you have deceived you. See, they were at peace with them when they united. They went to the United Nations and started making all kind of what you call it treaties and uh, all kind of United Nations guidelines or whatever they come up with. It says, they that eat your bread have laid a wound under thee. Even the NATO is going to start joining Russia in the four carpenter. It says, there is none understanding in him. See, they don't understand what's going to happen. They don't understand that they're going to get betrayed and this by their own people, and it's going to be Russia. Because they don't even know, that they're the same nation. The elites hiding the truth. 17 and 16, it says, in the 10 horns which you saw upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. So these 10 horns, talking about NATO and the EU, they was in cahoots with America. So America was guarding them. See, just like Russia is guarding the Persians, the Hamites, and the Arabs. The Edomites here in America was guarding the NATO members. But the NATO members gonna switch out on America and burn her behind with fire. So this is all these prophecies is starting to pretty much get to the climax, because you got these Arabs and Persians shooting the Holy Land. And when you go into Jeremiah real quick, Jeremiah 49 and 20, it say, therefore hear the counsel of the Lord that he have taken against Edom, and his purposes, meaning his plans that he have planned or purposed against the inhabitants of Teman, meaning Edomites. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. See, the Edomites in the Holy Land is the ones shooting missiles at the Arabs. It says, surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. So the least of the flock, these folks over there in the Holy Land, the small hats, who are Edomites, they the ones that's drawing all of these people out. See, they got the Ukrainians fighting the Russians, and then you got the people in the Holy Land fighting the Persian. So they attack the four horns is attacking the four carpenters and drawing them out to the war. And the small hats is leading the way. And so this is what we seeing on the news. They protesting about the situation. They talking about how they bombing each other constantly and giving a death toll, and they got a strike here and a strike there. All war is going on. And this is what Yahushua said would be a sign of the end. And you're hearing wars and rumors of wars, because the wars is going to cause uh, the situation to start uh, these attacks on each other. The least of Edom drawing out the rest of the Edomite. But I'm going to leave it there. All praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shah, by Hashem Kakadash. Double honors to the elders pushing the truth. Peace to the elect worldwide. Our kingdom is at hand. Shalom.